Hi, Dad. Hello. What's going on, everybody?
Here we are.
Let's get the chat rolling here. Chat overlay. Okay. So just a couple of quick notes here before we get started. I'm Caleb.
Kyler Cook. Hello, everyone.
We're going to be encouraging activity, people sort of joining in over in the comments. As you can see on the right-hand side, as you comment either on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, or on Facebook, we'll see those comments. We'll be able to kind of talk to you and navigate that way. So just right off the bat, super excited for the 1-year anniversary of the 10th.
My wife and I were just talking, my wife and I, it feels like it's been 4 years. Something is done, but also feels like it just happened this week, both in situation. So I'm really excited to see the version tonight. Looks like she's having an issue. Are you connected?
I think you're lagging a little bit there. It's choppy, is what I'm being told. It's choppy. All right, let's jump straight into what to expect tonight, Kyler.
Okay, so tonight, first of all, some actors, some of the people, and really got an opportunity to sort of do a short interview process to learn about who are the company involved, and also kind of what our aspirations are moving forward. We're hoping to accomplish. But I thought it'd be really cool. They can't hear Tyler. They can't hear me. Caleb, take over.
Can you hear me? That's the question, Sarah. Are you able to hear me? Okay, cool. I'm just going to jump right in. I think it might be an issue with Kyler. We want to start off with the top just by introducing a couple of people, some people who've saved our butts as recently as last week. We're going to be bringing in CK Martin, and Cody is a good friend of ours. We met recently. We're going to talk to some of the actors, hopefully ask them a couple of questions. We do have the watch together. We're going to watch the new version of the short film. And, without further ado, why don't we kind of introduce our actors who are available. So we got Tyler here with us. Tyler, what's going on, man? We can't hear Tyler. Tyler, is your mic connected? There we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well.
It's good to have you here, brother. We got Amir Brown, none other than one of the Egyptian soldiers that comes and pulls Tyler out of the room. This was somewhat of a first gig, I think, for Emmanuel, right?
Yeah, definitely was, and had a great coach with Tyler help me out with some suggestions there too.
and you did a great job, man, and we're thankful to have you. We got Roman Maldonado.
What's going on, guys?
The handsome, and I want to say this about Roman, man. Like Roman, stepped up to the plate. We started talking a couple years back about this project, and he's sort of been with us this entire time. And I do see another gentleman who's just come on, and that is Caleb Washington. He was another one of our actors for the project. Caleb, what's going on, brother?
Hey, what's going on? Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you. We can hear
Cool,
you
cool.
good, man. Kyler's figuring out his internet situation for just a second. We're kind of doing a little introduction to some of the cast and crew that were a part of it. Not only was Caleb an excellent Egyptian soldier that came in and showed off all of his biceps, but your daughter, Avery, yeah, there's Tiffany. Tiffany was our hair makeup stylist, like just literally everything we needed. We needed Roman and Tyler to look jacked up a couple of times. So she came in, she gave him a couple punches, little bruise action. And did a fantastic job. And you guys brought your baby. You brought your baby to the set. It was hot as could be out there, and you guys were an incredible, just unfathomable gift to us. Thank you for bringing your child. We were talking with Sarah. Sarah's not with us tonight. She was our lead actor that was Adana, and she told us early on, if we don't have a real do it. So,
wow.
so it was like we were on the hunt to find that real baby, and Kyler and I felt some major stress very early on. So we were so thankful to have you guys be a part of it, and just give you your talents, and you come back.
Good to be back. Good to be back. I came up the stairs. That's why you see the change of scenery. I'm looking a little bougie now with my fireplace in the background. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. This is the first time that I've seen this collection of guys together since the filming. So I'm a little teary-eyed, just a little bit. Tyler, after watching our short film probably 400 times, I feel like you are my dad now. And so it's good to see Dad back. Happy Father's Day. I should have texted you. I should have let you know how much we appreciate you. But so one of the things that I thought would be really cool as we're sort of doing this first live stream is to ask some questions to the cast and to the crew. Ask some questions. I know Roman had to go through the onslaught. We recently were at a film festival. We put the short film into a festival competition, and that beautiful face up there in the top right. I don't know if you all seen it on the top right or not. That man won the best actor out of thousands of projects submitted. Largest faith-based film festival in the nation. He took home first place. So I think a part of him was shocked, and a part of him knew that he was just reaping his destiny there. So, but I would love to hear a little bit, especially as we have, looks like Avery Washington is how it's signed in at the bottom. And so
The baby. We're going with the baby's name.
we're going with the baby, which is great. I would love to hear from you all what your experience was like being on set, what you thought it was going to be like, and what it ended up being like.
Yeah, I can say a little bit. For the most part, of course, this was Avery's first time and our first time being on any kind of set and being able to help out. But it was definitely fun. It was a good first time experience. I just remember when Kyler was talking about, I guess months prior or a year prior, what he wanted to do with his brother, and just getting excited to possibly be a part of that. And then when it all came to fruition, just having the opportunity to drive there to Pennsylvania from Michigan, the excitement led up to that. And then, just had a really good time. And I'm hoping to have another experience like that again.
Awesome. Wonderful. Yeah. You know that we're going to have you guys on set next time that we're working for sure. Tiffany, what was it like? Do you remember that conversation I had with you where I said, have you ever been interested in doing makeup and hair for film? Do you remember that?
Yeah. To be completely honest, I was a little optimistic everything was going to be because you're my cousin. And so I was like, okay, we'll see. But then when everything came together, I was like, wow, this is legit. Yeah. So just coming on set and seeing you guys build things and having all of the really intense skills in different areas such as videography and tech and stuff like that. It came together and it was really, really awesome. And just having that first experience of doing hair and makeup, I feel like I took it and ran with it big time because I remember doing Caleb's makeup and you're like, well, we don't want him to look like he just got beat up. And I was like, oh, okay. So dialing it back a little bit. But yeah, it was really cool to see how hard you guys worked on that. And especially in such a small window that I felt like you had to work on that and get it all together. That was super cool.
Yeah,
and
that's cool.
It was a small window.
I want to pull up another family member. We got men on here now. Tyler came in. He's got a very real white wall behind him. No questions on the CGI used. This is the CGI used for the short film, but it'll work for now. Tyler stood up, showed up, gave us some pads, atmosphere of music, started working with us a couple months out, and then literally ran sound objects from start to finish. And I didn't have a single issue with sound. So as a first time professional, man, that's incredible and it's unbelievable. And you absolutely have, not just because you're brother-in-law to Kyler, but because you are talented, man, and I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah. So, question for Tyler. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Come over to me. Okay. Tyler, question for you. I mean, what were your expectations coming in, and what was it like whenever you were on set? What was that moment where you realized, like, oh, this is real?
And I don't think I realized that it was real until we were literally watching it in your living room. I mean, everything just went by so fast. Yeah, even being engaged like 2 months out, still it was just boom, 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 get everything done. And yeah, I just want to echo what Tiffany said too about everybody just really pouring out their talents. And yeah, it was great to see it come together.
Yeah. What are some of the, maybe the one or two memories that you have from being on set that are kind of like special memories, conversations, just to put you on the spot? I know I didn't give you a heads up that these were coming. Anything that kind of stands out to you about being there and being on set in the barn, as we call it?
I think two moments stand out, and they're kind of intertwined. The first is just that lamb. Man, getting that lamb on set, just, I don't know, for me, it changed the energy. And then, man, toward the end of the filming day, when it was a late night and you know, it was hot in there, and you know, everybody was exhausted, but man, just when everybody just came together in that moment, and yeah, it all just fell into place. It felt right, and that was just really cool to be a part of.
Wonderful.
I want to give you credits for craft services because you brought several snack options for us, which we were greatly appreciative for.
Gotta have those snacks.
Let's talk the actors a little bit. You know, I think we brought up Tyler early on. I just want to say, having your smile, and I think you're going to like the new version. You're in the new version more. So we went to and kind of started to look at what is really what we were going for, and what was my initial plan to get this project out and done. So most people don't know, I edited this project in 1 month, right? So start to finish, 2 build days, 18-hour days, 2 film days, 18-hour days. We tore down, and then I embarked on an adventure to do as much as I could. And, you know, I think there were several different things that popped up throughout the process that we really loved just about working with you, Tyler. But your ability to emote, your smile, you're going to see a lot more of that in the new version as well, because we're going to be kind of cutting back in different scenes and seeing you a little bit more. What was
Question,
it like?
Caleb, are we worried?
What?
Are we worried about spoilers at all?
I don't think so. We are
yeah.
excited.
If you haven't, well, we're getting ready to watch it, but if you haven't watched it, you know, I think one of the big moments for me is Tyler's work with our child actress that was on set, Alessandra, and just the beauty, and also thinking about Tyler just walking around barefoot everywhere. He was, I think he was the only actor that got into the role in that way, where he was willing to walk out there.
I don't know, man. I put Roman up there too.
Could have been a snack. Could have been a snack out there, but old Tyler wasn't worried about it. But Tyler, I'd love to hear about your experience on set and kind of maybe what your thoughts coming in. You know, this is a couple of identical twin brothers. It's their first time doing the film. It's a short film. You know, what's going through your head, and then as you get onto set, you know, how does that mentality kind of shift?
Yeah. So vaguely, I remember whenever Roman reached out to me about, hey, I'm a part of a film. One of the actors dropped out, or whatever. The production might need someone you fit the criteria. I was like, yeah, sign me up, because I love acting. And forgive me if I'm paraphrasing a lot more than what it was, but I feel like that was the gist of the convo. And I remember I spoke with you, Caleb, and we did a conversation on the phone, and then both you, Caleb, and you, Kyler, we did a Zoom call. I did a couple of reads, and you're like, we like what you got. Let's bring you aboard. I honestly was like, okay, cool. I booked a role. Awesome. High five. This is cool. But when I actually got on set, when I got to the barn, even with the cows, and I thought that was the coolest thing. But for me, it was a magic in the air that NFL teams talk about when they win the Super Bowl, or there was just a connectivity of things going on that you could just feel like it was special. And I mean, for anyone that's been on that was a part of the set, you know what I'm talking about. There was something, you can't put it into words, that I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
He's got a name, Tyler. His name is Jesus.
Yes.
Well, and I mean, to what
that's
Avery
good.
was saying earlier, I mean, I think everybody showed up 100%. You know,
Yeah.
what Tiffany and Caleb were saying, like, it felt like this is our chance. This is really our chance. And for Kyler and I too, I mean, it was a bold step forward to try and tell a Christian story that we felt like hadn't really been focused on. And we're coming up with these people that aren't really in the Bible, but they certainly reflect people that were in the Bible. And that being said, Roman, I kind of want to bounce to you, kind of have you talk a little bit about, we went out to join the International Christian Film Festival recently. We were nominated for Best Directors, Best Short Film, Best Lead Actor, Best Lead Actress. And we were a selection, right? So that we were selected to show. And, you kind of got there and you got to see sort of and experience what the competition looked like, what was going on. And you immediately had some sort of like positive feedback to the Cook brothers as you showed up a day early. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's like one of the first film festivals I've been to. I've hosted one, but never got to actually engage and see all the films. So, we got there the day before or 2 days before, and I was able to go and watch all the other films that were created, which they were good, but it definitely, right off the bat, after the first few that I seen, I was like, okay, wow, like something that we made is very different. Like the essence of what we made is very different from theirs. And it's not like bottom tier, up tier, bottom tier, but it's in a different direction to be able to grab or hug the Christian community and be able to provide an opportunity to allow God into their lives, into our lives, rather than saying, hey, listen, this is the only way. You have to watch this, and this is why you have to believe in God. And I felt something while I was watching their films compared to ours was, I don't feel that in this. I'm not forced to feel God. I feel like you guys have provided a space, and I guess we'll be able to watch and see, where you provide a space where we're welcomed to have God come into our life. And that's really what separated it from us.
Excellent way of putting that. Yeah, Roman. Go ahead, Caleb.
I was just going to say we're really thankful for the opportunity to write something and portray something in such a way that it feels genuine and authentic for people from all different walks. That come into, it's a Bible story. Well, okay, how are you going to feel about this? Is it going to be really preachy? Is it going to hit you over the head with these really thick dialogue moments? I think what we've heard from so many people about you and Sarah was, it felt like a married couple. And I mean, Kyler and I went into writing that with such intensity, just a passion to try and tell this story authentically. We really wanted there to be an authenticity and a genuineness, even down to line delivery, how much breath, how much pause, how much teeth you're showing. And, I'm going to be honest, Roman, there was a moment I saw you, man. I saw your eyes. You were fired up, ready to come into this scene where you got the bowl, you land on the ground.
Yeah.
I was like, he's got snot and tears, and it's like a little distracting. Roman got to pull it back a tad bit. Roman was like, all right, man, I got this. He's back out the door. He's running back in at 100 miles an hour. And I was just amazed at your commitment throughout the process. Like each of the actors, each of the people involved, but it was like, man, we got 2 days to shoot this thing. And I really felt like I was so thankful that we chose you. You felt like a partner. You almost felt like a co-producer in this. I could sense your passion to be involved even outside of the acting, and you as well, Tyler, showing up and helping on set the day where you didn't really there. I really appreciate Clint Winkleman, over in the chat said it had that theater quality, kind of get that comment. And I want you guys to know, like, feel free to ask some questions here in the chat. We're going to bump over to, I see Cody just said something. We're going to pull Cody
There
in.
he is.
Dude is a big part of our experience coming out of the fest. Met you randomly. Was it at our short film or was it at another short film?
No, we we were watching a few different short films that were just playing in the same room, and we ended up sitting next to each other. And I think it was kind of mid-film. We were just kind of like, "Hey, what film you're in?" It was just kind of one of those conversations, and that's kind of how the whole thing, got thrown together, which was cool. So.
Yeah, but one thing I can say is it felt like when we talked to you, you were exactly like what we're saying here. It was like we met somebody who felt like-minded. You felt like you were genuine. You felt like you were authentic and a hard worker. And I found that to be just like this immediate, like, man, I gotta listen to this guy. I gotta talk to him. I gotta get to it more. And you ended up coming through huge for us because we the competition. We had won third place overall, best actor with Roman Maldonado, other nominations, and had been in talks and communications with another team, which we're going to be announcing our partnership with tonight. And they got on the back end and they started telling us about some of the music stuff and concerns that they had. And I was like, oh, wait. Like, I met a dude. And it was this incredible God moment because we were able to just see this miracle play out, which was, man, if we're going to get this to stream, we need somebody who has composing abilities. And I called you and just was like, hey, man, we need 3 of these areas to be able to stream this and to be able to partner up. Can you help us? And gosh, it was like an immediate, man, how can I help? How can I be a part of this? You want to tell me a little bit just kind of about that experience and what you felt in that moment?
Yeah, I mean, it was great. I was really itching to see the film when I had met you guys, and I can't remember if I had missed it or if it already showed or what the scenario was. But I remember telling myself that same day, I was like, I got to send them an email and make sure I get a copy of this so I can actually see what's going on and see what they were a part of. And then later on that week, when you guys, you guys won what 2 or 3 different Angel Awards. It was a couple. I know Roman got 1, totally deserved, by the way. It killed his performance after I finally got to actually watch the film. It was awesome. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of my approach, I guess. And then you finally gave me a call and we're like, hey, we're in the middle of making some, adaptations and changes to the film just to, and I guess at that point I was just, just excited to really, be a part of making something that was already created so brilliantly, just to add to it and help project it further even more. And anytime I have an opportunity to do that and be a part of something that actually conveys such a great message, like that's key for me. And I love being so thankful.
We're so thankful to have you. And it felt like to be able to go to somebody and essentially wipe all the music off the project is terrifying. And then to be able to find somebody with a catalog like you had, on the art list, CK Martin, check him out. Like if you're ever looking for commercial work, these kinds of things. He's got like what would you say, 80 songs? I mean, it's
something like that. It's a good handful on there.
And every piece of music you hear is Cody's work throughout the new version of this. It was in the background on the intro video that played earlier. Incredibly talented. We're so excited to work with you in the future and kind of keep that partnership going down the road.
Amen.
And thank you for your gift and your talents, and you saved our butts. Like, I don't know what we would have done. I was sitting there just by my computer, just got off the phone with this team that we're looking to partner with, and they're like, we need rights, and the music you're currently using won't work. And I just thought, like, how do we get past this? And Oh yeah, that dude smile, CK Martin. Okay, I pulled him back in here. Okay, all right. I want to try and take some time to answer just quick questions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post in the chat. So we have got a different website that we're going to. So I'm going to level set with you all really quickly. We are not rich. We are working off of a budget here, and in the future we hope to be able to show the video straight from this stream. But in the meantime, we're going to watch a YouTube video on a program called Watch Together. And so if you look in the Facebook chat, I'm going to post the link. Go ahead and get set in. It will ask for a name. You can enter in, and you should see the short film at the very beginning. And I will hit play, and we'll all watch that together. As we're watching it together, put this a little banner across that tells everybody, hey, we're watching the short film. But in the meantime, is there any questions that we can answer before we get started? Anything in chat? Anybody got any burning questions for the folks we just introduced? I see Roman killed his performance. Thank you, Cody. Beth said, congratulations, Roman. Just give it just a second here. All right, I've posted the link in the chat on Facebook. So you're going to see that. Let's meet on Watch Together. You're going to sign in with a name. We're going to give everybody about 30 seconds here to kind of get started with that. Go ahead and get signed in. There's some ads and stuff like that playing. Don't mind that. This is a free program. I see we got 7 viewers already loaded in. So if you want to click that link, posted it in chat. Looks like we got Kyler back here. What's up, Kyler? Having some internet.
Maybe. Yeah, so I
know,
just
man.
moved to a new home. It's kind of, are you able to hear me?
Mm-hmm.
From a personal hotspot now, so it should be better, but we do have a guy coming out to help fix future. This should be good.
Okay, we're losing you again. So we're just over. So let me control in the Watch Together. I'm going to hit play. We're all going to watch it together. After we get back, we've got some great announcements, next steps. So we'll see you guys over there. So I want to say this really quickly. Please leave the video playing. Don't adjust that. Don't move that around. It has access to move that. Just let it play out as it sits. All righty. I see we have another individual who joined us there at the tail end. Brandon Macier, want to bring you on here in just a second, brother. Kyler, what are you feeling watching that again for this time? I got to remove these captions.
Love it. Love it. I'm so thankful to Cody for coming through for us. Music's beautiful. I think it really highlights a lot of the performance. And just want to say to the people that are there that are watching, this is just the beginning. It's what my brother and I could do with what we had. We tried to be faithful with the little, and we're hoping that we'll have a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And so as we're able to be faithful to Jesus with our gifting, and as we're connecting with more and more talented individuals, hoping that the sky is the limit. We may be making some announcements here in just a little bit, but yeah, as it stands, it's amazing.
I do, like I said, Brandon, we're going to bring you on here in a second, but to that degree, I mean, we did all of this work without any expectation. We just wanted it to be a YouTube video that's out in public, and we were encouraged to submit it to the Short Film Festival. And it just feels like we keep these breadcrumbs where God's just sort of directing us into different people's paths, and even with Cody allowing us to work with him. So tonight we have the ability to officially announce with TV's blessing that I'm going to be partnering with Redeem TV. This is a Christian business that is dedicated to creating Christian content. They are just now starting to bridge over into some new original content, such as The Watchers. And, this is a free to watch app for Christian families, as well as our short film is going to actually be put on Vision Video. Vision Video is the mother business that kind of overarches everything. Redeem TV is underneath that. As you can see, Vision Video has 871,000 subscribers. And as you're going through, some of these videos have millions of views on them. They're watched all over the world. And we're really grateful for these guys. And speak to that just a little bit, met with Bill Curtis, Bill Carroll, early on in the process. They watched our short film and just felt like an incredible group of guys. I mean, Kyler, you want to that first meeting with them and why we ended up deciding to go with Redeem TV to begin with?
Yeah, I mean, we head out, we had no expectations of ever even submitting our work into the film festival to begin with. Hannah, thank you so much. Amazing work, blown away. Great job, everyone. Caleb, Hannah does handmade pottery and is going to hook us up for our next set. So I'm going to tell you ahead of time. Sorry, a little bit of ADHD there. So we met with Bill Carroll and Bill Curtis and had the wonderful opportunity to go out and to sit. And one of the things that we really loved is he was quiet. He wanted to hear about us. He wanted to hear about our story. He wanted to hear about what made us tick, what we were excited about moving forward. It was so different from the other conversations that we had with distributors and people that were trying to get content that it's almost like at times it felt like we couldn't get a word in edgewise. But he just wanted to hear, and it really felt like, wow, there's a partner here. There's somebody that really is excited to see what we're doing and excited to kind of catch on where we're going next, which we're really excited to talk about as well. And so, this is our first step into this world. And thankfully, by the grace of God, it was met with a lot of positivity, a lot of good attention, and now, a relationship moving forward with a distributor that's going to put our content in front of millions of people. And so my brother and I joked whenever we started making this project, early COVID, talking about it, if we can get it in front of tens of people, we'll feel satisfied. Tens of people. No hopes that it would even hit 100. And here it is on the back end of what we were able to do. And it's reached now tens of thousands, at least, that this has gotten in front of. And we're so excited for the next script and the next project.
Yeah, and I think to me also hearing Bill Carroll, and Bill pray before our meeting together and pray afterwards, and pray for our lives and my wife, who had gotten sick at the time, and just seemed like he genuinely cared. And that really meant a lot to me, as well as brothers in the faith. You know, we are beginning to market this new campaign. It's a new era of Christian storytelling. We really want to put our best foot forward out there. Like Kyler said, we've got a lot coming down the pipeline. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it, brother. We are very excited for the next project. We are in talks. We will be revealing more information about this project soon. In the meantime, go to Redeem TV, check it out. That's where you will be able to find our project. We're doing some last minute kind of tweaks and fixes. Cody sent over to me. Thank you again, Cody. I'm gonna bring you up. Just say, really appreciate that these last bits you've been putting in this week to just sort of make sure we get the best version out there possible.
Absolutely.
And we're going to be heading that direction. Emmanuel, thanks for coming and giving us this handsome face for just a little bit more time. We really appreciate you, man. And you're going to be working on our next project too, so there's no way out of that.
Thank you for letting me be part of it.
Yeah, love you, brother. Thank you, Cody. Appreciate your time. Kyler, anything else to say before we get off?
No, just want to say your prayer, your support. We're in a time right now where I think my brother and I, just to be completely transparent and be completely honest, we're going to need the support of people in our corner that have our backs, that want to see good Christian art, quality projects get out there. We're going to need your support and your prayers more now than ever. And encouraging us in this process, because there's a lot that goes into creative work in general. And then just also want to give a huge kudos to my twin brother, Caleb. Couldn't have done this without you, man. Your talent and your integrity and your work ethic push me every single day, every single week to get better for the art that we're creating. And so I am both your identical twin brother and also look up to you greatly, and could not speak higher of who you are behind closed doors. And in the background, what you guys don't see is that Caleb is excellent. His work ethic is above reproach, and he is just like Daniel in the Old Testament. The only way you can catch him is in relationship to his God. That's all I'll say about that.
Guys, go check out Redeem TV. That's where you're going to see the 10th in the Fury. Thank you, Tim. Prayers greatly appreciated. It's next step as we try and expand this thing, work on another project that's a much larger project, larger budget. I'm seeing some stuff from Roman. I'm just going to pull you up here. We got a wave from Roman. Thank you, brother, for investment. We'll be in
Thank you guys so much.
very soon. Love you guys. Have a great night.